The Blue Ribbon Day. Written by Katie Couric and illustrated by Marjorie Priceman. Ellie McSnelly and Carrie O'Toole raced down the hall of Brookhaven School. They stopped when they saw a big sign on the door that read, "Tryouts for soccer, tomorrow at 4." Carrie said, "Great! Hey, let's give it a whirl. I'd love to be known as a cool soccer girl. Our skill and our speed are now terribly needed. We'll beat 'em, we'll bust 'em, we'll be undefeated." Saturday came and the sky was bright blue. Carrie hardly could wait to show what she could do. When the clock struck 1:30, she screamed, "Mom, I'll see ya! I'm heading to tryouts to be the next Mia." She got there and saw Ellie running so fast. Her ponytail was waving at the girls as she passed. "Over here! Over here!" Ellie heard Carrie shout. Carrie ran up to kick, but instead she wiped out. She watched Patty Smiley moving downfield, passing to Ellie with grace and with zeal. Ellie dribbled and passed. Wow, was she on a roll! Then she got the ball back, and she kicked in a goal. And so practice went for the rest of the hour. Ellie said, "That was fun, but I sure need a shower." Carrie said, "When it comes to this game, Elle, you rule. I'll see you on Monday." And Ellie said, "Cool." Carrie was glad she'd gone out on a limb till she saw the big sign hanging up in the gym. "The following girls come to Saturday's game." Carrie looked and she looked, but could not find her name. She watched some of the girls who were jumping for joy. They were hugging and screaming and shouting, "Oh boy!" Ellie said, "Hey there, Carrie, can't wait till we play." But with tears in her eyes, Carrie just walked away. Ellie followed her out and said, "Please, Carrie, wait. You should be on the team. I think you played great." Carrie said, "Thank you, Ellie. That's really so sweet. But I'm no good at soccer. I've got 2 left feet." When Carrie got home, she was feeling so blue. She cried to her mom and said, "What will I do?" Her mom said, "Don't worry, I know you are sad, but you couldn't feel good if you've never felt bad." She hugged Carrie and said, "Honey, give it some time. We're all good at something. You'll have your chance to shine. Everybody's a star, a brilliant creation. The trouble is finding the right constellation." Carrie thought that she tried to take those words to heart. The next day she was ready to make a new start. And it turned out that she'd picked a very good day. The school science fair was just 1 week away. Her lab partner Laszlo said, "Let's have some fun. You've always said 2 heads are better than 1. Carrie took just a minute to think it all through and said, "There is a project I've been wanting to do." So the 2 got together that day after school, with Miss Rigg's supervision. You know, that's the rule. They got out their beakers and their Bunsen burners, and decided to find out if they were fast learners. They boiled beakers of water, then lowered the heat. They added some sugar to make it so sweet. They filled them till they couldn't add more, and transferred the liquid with a slow, steady pour. They added food coloring to give it some flair, then put popsicle sticks in the cups with great care. Then they waited a week to see what would appear. Could they enter this project? It would soon be clear. It worked! They'd made crystals, all colors and sizes, a mobile of crystalline sugar surprises. Not cubes, but all oblong with slants on the ends, and they watched as they glistened, these 2 special friends. They submitted their project, 1 of 23, and the next day the whole school was invited to see all the budding young scientists and what they could do, and on Carrie and Laszlo's was a ribbon so blue. They did it! First place in the school science fair. They screamed and they hugged and they jumped in the air. Ellie ran up and high-fived them and said, "I'm so proud to know 2 budding Einsteins," and they all laughed out loud. The next day it was Carrie who was feeling so proud, as she stood in the midst of a big cheering crowd. And from way down the block you could hear Carrie roar when Elle made a goal and they won 5-4.